Quick news update here. AEW Collision and Rampage both drew 0.11 ratings over the weekend. Rhonda Rousey, who, by the way, her accomplishments are impressive. She was the first American female to hold an Olympic judo medal and the only woman to hold both the WWE and UFC title. She appeared on Good Morning America. I watched the episode or the 5-minute interview. She runs a farm now. She has no interest in going back to WWE. She's had a lot of concussions. Apparently, she's had so many concussions now that it's easier for her to get more. Stephanie McMahon slapped her in one segment and gave her a concussion. So she doesn't have much interest in that. She did wrestle 2 indie matches and a Ring of Honor match last year. Why Tony Khan did not put her on AEW where people would see it and instead put it on the subscription-based ROH, I really don't know. I don't even know if it was ever posted on YouTube, to be honest. But anyways, I could see her maybe signing with AEW in the future, but she appears to definitely be done with WWE unless something major changes. She made a lot of money there, but didn't have that great a run. She definitely had a lot of star power when she came in, and her star power seemed to decrease, which is not a good sign for a WWE wrestler. But mind you, as she said, they didn't put as much effort into her as they did to Logan Paul, for instance. I also, by the way, speaking of Logan Paul, listened to Rhea Ripley on Logan Paul's podcast. I finished the whole thing. She is very charming. I'd never really seen her in an interview like that. I mean, she's cool and all, talented. She's definitely a star. The only issue I had with the whole thing was her that I'll disagree with her on that fans should not boo wrestlers when they're not in character or trash them on social media. I understand that it can affect people, but if you're a heel, I mean, you just got to expect that. It's part of the business. Mike, I saw Piper on Good Friday and Easter Sunday. She's doing great. She's as feisty as ever, and she's 14 now. And thanks for asking about her. Hope everyone has a wonderful afternoon. I'm sure there'll be more news later that I'll get to. Mike McGurk interview. I would love to interview her. Wrestling isn't real. Well, the injuries are real. It's scripted, but it's just like stuntmen get hurt too, and that's fake. Movies are fake too. I mean, that one thing CM Punk said in his interview that I watched the other day with Ariel Helwani is they shouldn't pull the curtain back as far as they do. They pull it back too far. There's not enough kayfabing now. People like to suspend their disbelief more. Hence why you shouldn't go on there and say, don't hurt the heels' feelings. They're real people. I mean, I get it, but wrestling, it's good to suspend disbelief. I'm sorry if some people get their feelings hurt by being told they should quit wrestling or whatever if they're a heel or they're a bad wrestler. I've been insulted my whole career. I'm a heel as well. It's just part of the game. Years ago, it was different. They're making more money than ever now, so God bless them. And yeah, other than that, it was a good interview. I just didn't agree with her on that. Yeah, people used to play their role 24/7. I mean, and when I started, it was still the tail end of the kayfabe era, and they were still kayfabing in Puerto Rico. So maybe I was just brought up in the old school, training in the dungeon.